Okay, you can slowly, mindfully come out of the meditation. Try to maintain whatever inner peace, inner calmness that you have developed. Then maintaining the stability of daily mindfulness from there on is very useful. Whatever you do, away from within. Okay, we will use another book. We have finished the previous book. Okay, we will go through this book, The Essential Dharma of Lord Buddha. So this book is very basic but very useful. Wai Fan, you got this book? Don't have. You read? Okay, we get Sui to read. Oh, yeah, good. Wai Fan got. This book come about because of Nancy, Sister Nancy. They invited last time me to her house together with the husband to deliver a Dharma sharing with a house dana. So that time I did the talk and she volunteered to transcribe in the book because they find it very useful. That's how this book come about. So this one allow you to understand a lot of very basic, very useful Dhamma. Okay, from preface onward.
Preface. It is Brother Teo's sincere hope that Dharma friends, spiritual practitioners, seekers of truth, and cultivators will be able to make use of the enclosed transcript notes to develop a better understanding of the essential Dharma as taught by the Buddha, so that they may progress along the path of Dharma to become more virtuous, noble, and wiser human beings that can be a blessing to all. As these notes were mostly compiled based on a direct transcript from the recording of the Dharma sharing done, the text is aligned as closely as possible to the colloquial speech in the talk. However, some editorial amendments have been made to the text without detracting from the essence of the talk. With this, it is hoped that the readers can adjust themselves accordingly to better understand its true meaning and intent. A good way to do this is to listen to the recordings first before reading the transcript notes. Two, acknowledgement. It is the donor's sincere intentions that these transcript notes be given free to all those who are interested and have the affinity to receive them. I would like to take this opportunity to thank and rejoice in the generosity and wholesomeness of all those Dharma friends or Kalyanamitta who have donated and helped out in the transcription, typing, typesetting, formatting, proofreading, etc., to make this free distribution of Dharma Dana possible. Special thanks to be accorded to Sister Nancy, who had personally taken the great initiative to develop her draft transcript for my subsequent editing, thereby enabling this Dharma book to be printed. By the power of all this wholesomeness, may all beings be well and happy, free from all mental and physical sufferings, free from all harm and dangers, and may there be love, peace, and joy deep within their hearts. And may it also pave the way for there to be causes and conditions for all Dharma friends who have donated or helped out in the way or another to realize their good and noble wishes, aspirations, soonest as possible. With metta always, by Brother Teo Kian Kun. The Essential Dharma of Lord Buddha, based on a direct transcript from the recording of Brother Teo's Dharma sharing held at Brother Sia and Sister Nancy's house Dharma, dated 20th June 2015. 1. Introduction. Just relax yourself, get yourself seated and maintain some form of saddha, viriya and attentiveness. Attentiveness is silent awareness before the knowing, which is sati or mindfulness. The moment you are attentive without thought, you are already in sati. So when you are attentively listening without thought, that is true listening. That is what we call the art of listening. When you listen without verbalization, without chattering, without any reaction from your knowledge and memory, that is the silent listening.
Silent mind listening.
That is the silent mind listening. You just listen with an open mind. Then whatever you listen, you can absorb very clearly. Then if it is something not in accordance, you will also understand, but you will not prejudge. So Dharma is about learning how to silence your mind more and more and be more attentive. The moment you are attentive, you are already aware. So today, before we start the Dharma sharing, we would like to once again thank the host, Brother Sia, Sister Nancy, and family for hosting this wonderful house dana for us to have the condition to come and partake in all this wholesomeness. And together we can also have this rather meaningful gathering of Kayanamitta, come fellowship. Shall we rejoice together? Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu,
sadhu,
sadhu. Yeah.
2. Dharma sharing by Brother Teo. 2.1 Precepts and Virtue. I would like to thank all Kalyanamitas who can make it to be here today to partake and rejoice in all the wholesomeness. At the same time, we can learn to develop more of these good mind states, which are very wholesome and virtuous. Virtue is very important. Virtues are your goodness, your kindness, your gentleness, your whatever good mind states. They constitute wholesomeness. A person who can keep his precept has virtue because he has no negativity. If you are a virtuous person, you have no negative thoughts. That is why you cannot violate the precepts. You cannot kill, you cannot harm, you cannot deceive, deceit, or commit sexual misconduct, and you cannot give rise to inappropriate speeches that can hurt and harm people. You will not consume intoxicants that will make your consciousness very low. And because of that, the Buddha said, keeping your precepts or cultivating virtue is the source of true happiness, true spiritual wealth, and true spiritual peacefulness. The monks will chant this in Pali for you to understand after having administered the 5 precepts. They will chant. Imani Pancha Sikha Padani. Translation, these are the 5 precepts. Silena Sukatim.
I will recite this one. Silena Sukanti Yanti. Silena Bhoga Sampadan. Silena Nibunting Yanti Tasma Silang Visude. So this one, every morning when we request for 3 refuges and what they call precepts, this will be chanted at the end of your precept. So the meaning is Imani Panchasika Padani means for 5 preceptors. These are the 5 precepts. Then Silena Suganti Yanti means virtue or precept is the source of true happiness. Do you understand how happiness comes or not when you keep your precept? Huh? You all still don't know, huh? How long have you been keeping your precept? Yeah lah, take care of karma. Then you got no karmic repercussion, is it? Less, I should say. Only those before. After one, shouldn't have any. So, source of happiness, you will be happy, you understand? You keep your precept, let's say you don't kill people, you don't harm people, you don't steal or misappropriate things, you don't commit sexual misconduct, then you don't tell lie, harsh speech, all those negativity, then you don't partake in intoxicant. Your life will be so much better. Right? Otherwise you worry about what? Huh? People come to know you cheat and you do all this nonsense, your life will be miserable. And how can you be happy? Sometimes if you commit CBT, police will come after you. Yeah? You commit murder, police will come after you. Then you partake drugs and all those things, not only you will be fined when the police caught you at night driving with the alcohol above the limit, you will subject yourself to a lot of unnecessary accident. Because when you drink and violate the fifth precept, it can cause you to break all the first four precepts. That's why your life will never be happy. Most of the time you entangle with the Lord. But you keep your precept, you feel so good, so much joy. And why? Your precept is a virtue, understand? And virtue is what? Wholesomeness. It's also meritorious action. That's why your spiritual cultivation shine forth. And in the Buddha's time, when they asked the Buddha, what is it that protect you? Huh? What is it that protect you? Huh? Virtue, understand? Not the alarm system you put in the house, understand? Not all the grill, everything. Because humanity or human being, they feel so insecure, they want to secure everything, understand? Until their house is like a prison. Then some felt so insecure, they got security guard. Then they got bodyguard. So when you break the precept, all this will arise. But don't get me wrong, doesn't mean you cannot put your grill and all that. No. It's up to you. If you want to feel safe, then if you live in that area where this thing is quite common, then if you secure your house a bit, it's better because it's like a deterrent, understand? But not overdo it, understand? Anyway, no need to share that one. Otherwise, it take too long. So the other one is Silena Bhoga Sampadan. Virtue is a source of true spiritual wealth. This one easy to understand, yeah? You know why you keep your precept, you got spiritual wealth? You don't know? Because it's a meritorious action, understand? And you keep your precept, you normally have to come to the temple or attend certain spiritual or Dharma session. Then when you attend house dana, attend all these temple session or what do? All the 10 meritorious action you do, no? You understand? Then you encounter the dana offering, you rejoice. All these are meritorious action. Then dana, sila, bhavana, reverential, you pay respect. All these are spiritual activity. Then you listen to the Dhamma, you straighten your view. Then end of the talk, the monk give you blessing. Understand? Sabbe tiyo viva jantu, all those, they will chant for your well-being. Where you partake, you cultivate virtue, you keep your precept. That's why it's a source of spiritual wealth. Then the third one, silena nibunting yanti, silena bhoga sampadan. Oh, sorry, the last one is nibunting yanti. Virtue is a source of spiritual peacefulness of mind. When you are virtuous, you are life very peaceful one. You got nothing to disturb you one. Most of the time you are happy. Then if you can develop peacefulness of mind, means you can train your mind to be mindful, heedful, aware, then you develop the basic wisdom. So most of the time you are peaceful, happy. Then you cultivate spiritual wealth. And these are the important mind state that a human being should have. That's why you don't keep your precept, all this collapse. Now you understand? So see the importance of precept, then don't just complain. Ma gao fan, this one cannot, that one cannot. No, the Buddha never say cannot, he say up to you. He asked you to undertake the training rule not to do. He never said, thou shalt not. Very big difference. So undertake the training rule. Initially, not everybody can keep. But you train yourself through mindfulness not to commit on it. Because these are major evil. The moment you violate the nature's law like live wire, they don't care who are you. you are a billionaire or whatever, the law of karma, this, once they strike, they will just naturally hit. So this is a very important understanding. Okay, Wi-Fi, continue.
Hence, keeping precepts can bring about a lot of happiness and a lot of joy to you. You must learn how to develop this happiness and joy. Sadhu is rejoicing in the wholesomeness of others. When you are able to witness them doing all this wholesomeness, you rejoice by saying Sadhu. We can rejoice in other people's generosity, sincerity, and faith, seeing how they help prepare and offer all these offerings. All this can lead to a lot of wholesomeness. There is a lot of synergy too, because for cultivators who understand, they not only rejoice, but they will radiate their pure wish in return. All those who have partaken in this Dharma offering will also receive all these merits. Just like the monks, if you support them, they support you back in kind, in the form of their Dharma sharing, via their understanding. They will rejoice. They will help you to invoke the appropriate pure wish. Then they will also chant for your blessings and teach you the Dharma. In return, you receive spiritual wealth. So that is why the Buddha said, Sila or virtue is not only the source of true happiness, it is also the source of great spiritual wealth. Spiritual wealth is wealth that cannot be taken away, not like materialistic wealth that can disappear. Spiritual wealth is accumulated within your spiritual nature, and when you connect via your meditation, it will support you all the way. Then when you keep your precepts of virtue, you will have a lot of mental peace. This is why it is a source of true peacefulness, the serene, calm, and tranquil mind. The mind will have little or no restlessness and problem, because when you keep your precepts, you don't harm, you don't kill, you don't cheat, you don't deceive, and you will not do all those wrong things. Hence, you will have fewer problems, less fear, less worry, and less anxiety. You don't have to confront civil society's law like police case and all those crime-related issues. And because of that, you can sleep well. You don't have to worry about people coming after you to take revenge. You are not peaceful. If you violate your precepts, you will have a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety. Then, when negative karma ripens, they will condition you into a lot of suffering and misery, causing your mind to become restless. That's why there is no peace within, and you become heedless. But once you keep your precepts, your mind becomes very peaceful and calmer. That's why it is the source of true peacefulness. True peacefulness can bring about a lot of good mind states for you to develop the meditation. That's why after cultivating Sila, Samadhi will kick in. Then Samadhi will give rise to wisdom, which is Panya.
Okay, just stop for a while. I need to share something. I remember after many years this book came out. One day I got a group of Kahemita. That was a long time ago. They suddenly approached me and talked to me. Is it your book, this one, The Essential Dharma of Lord Buddha, very good. I said, why? He said they went for a retreat in somewhere, I think, Taiping there. What, Sanaraka or what? I think there's a monk there, Agachita. Is it? So during the retreat, quite a lot of participants. Then one of them is a Westerner, a lady, You know lah, Westerner, not all are good in Dharma. So this one is like quite green, So she was there, he cannot follow, He said, what is all this chanting and all this all about? Then one of my Kahemita talked to her, he said, you don't worry, you take this book, you go and read. After he read, second day, she come out and tell my Kahemita, he said, thank you so much, he said. This book very simple, he said. Explain so clearly. Now I know why I must keep precept. See, big difference. Then later on, continue. How Sila, once you keep samadhi kick in automatically. And now you listen. Continue.
2.2 Sila, Samadhi and Panya. When you have Sila and peace of mind, your mind states are more conducive for you to meditate, and because of that, you can develop Samadhi. Samadhi is composed of two noble eightfold path factors. Samadhi covers both the Samma Sati and Samma Samadhi path factors. So you train your mind to be more and more peaceful, more and more silent. The moment you are silent, you are already in Sati. And when Sati is established, it becomes Samadhi. So Sati and Samadhi can allow you to see things as they are. That is why once you have Sila, Samadhi will follow. Then your mind can see things as they are to develop the wisdom. That's the reason why the Buddha also summarized the Noble Eightfold Path as Sila, Samadhi and Panya. Panya is wisdom leading to right view and right understanding. This is why Noble Eightfold Path first path factor is Samadhi or right view, right understanding. So when you develop right view, you can straighten your view. Then you will have right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, and all the four right efforts. And this is what morality or Sila is all about. Sila is about developing virtue via your right speech, action, and thought. After that, your Samadhi path factor, which is inclusive of Sati, will take off to a new level of clear understanding, leading to a more stable right view. Then you will know how to meditate better. Then your Sati will become more refined. It will lead to more understanding, more clarity of mind, and more silence within. That's how you progress. So do not underestimate the importance of precepts or Sila. Without Sila, it is very difficult to go into meditation because it's Samadhi, and without Samadhi, wisdom can never arise. You will then come to realize that the whole teaching is indeed very simple, and the essential Dharma are spin off from the essence of the Buddha's teaching, which is the Four Noble Truths, and they are all related and connected to your daily life. Apart from Sila, Samadhi and Panya, you also need to develop the understanding of another important essential Dharma. The whole of the Buddha's teaching points towards only one quality of mind, heedfulness. Before he passed away, he advised the monks to strive on with heedfulness. That's why he said, Apamadena Sampadeta, strive on with heedfulness. The reason why you need to be heedful is because, according to the Buddha, if you are not heedful, you are as if dead. If you are not ever mindful to cultivate this meditation as taught by him, which is the Noble Eightfold Path, then your mind will become heedless, because it lacks this spiritual faculty of mindfulness. Hence, you will not have the ability to understand his spiritual teaching, for it lacks the spiritual faculties of Sati and Samadhi. 2.3 Heedfulness and heedlessness. So heedfulness is the key to spiritual cultivation, and you have to understand what heedfulness is. To be heedful, the Buddha has defined it very clearly under Dhammapada verse 23. The constantly meditative, ever mindful and steadfast one will realize the supreme born-free Nibbana, which is the enlightenment. So you must train your mind not only be mindful, but to be ever mindful. It means throughout the day, you must learn how to slow down your thinking, decondition your heedless thinking through whatever skillful means that you have developed. Then try to be silent more and more, so that you are aware and heedful, so that you can transform the way you live your life from a heedless way into a new way of heedful living. Heedless means you are totally not aware. Then when you are not aware, you can never be mindful. If you are not mindful, how can you be ever mindful? If you do not have this ability to be ever mindful, you cannot cultivate the real Noble Eightfold Path meditation as taught by the Buddha. It is as simple as that. That's why the Buddha said, the heedless are as if dead. If you don't have heedfulness, spiritually you are as if dead. So no amount of thought-based meditation can free you, and this is a very important understanding. You have to train your mind to have more and more of this mindfulness or silence. Only then your mind can become very quiet. You will then come to realize that you are now much more sensitive and you can be aware of many things. 2.4 Mindfulness. Today I will go deeper into this topic, mindfulness. The silent mind without thought can feel very clearly. When you want to feel something, take for example the floor. If you are not silent, you cannot feel because there is no sensitivity. Just now, Sister Ingbi was discussing with me on how she did the lying meditation. The lying down meditation. Then she realized that this statement of mine is very true. If you are not silent, you cannot be sensitive. You cannot have mindfulness to feel or be aware. That is why when you were silent, you could not feel all of the vibration within her body. She could even feel how the sensations and phenomena in her leg developed and how certain part of her brain responded. Then she could see how they are all connected. That is the part of the brain that is responsible for sensing that phenomena. That's why I say you will understand yourself very clearly when you are. When you are aware. When you eat certain food, the taste bud tastes, and which part of your brain is activated, you will also know. Especially so if you take curry or asam laksa, you will know from which part of the brain the sun lat in Cantonese, meaning sour and hot, taste bud consciousness originate or comes from, and how you sweat, you will also know. Then you will also understand very clearly how you function as a human being. The moment you are heedless, it means you think a lot, and most human beings' problems are like that because they are so habitual in their heedless thinking. The 5 mental hindrances are so powerful. That's why throughout the day, these heedless thoughts, which are very active, keep on arising ceaselessly. If you do not believe me, you can check for yourself. Throughout the day, you think a lot. Your thoughts proliferate and run far ahead of whatever you do when you are not with the moment, when you are not mindful. As you do things, you think. As you walk, you think. Even as you sleep, you also think. The subconscious...
True or not? As you sleep, you also think. That's why you dream, understand or not? It's not a good sleep, understand or not? Because that Sankara still moving, like TK San. Close the eye only like that. So when you sleep, you also close your eye. That's why all these activities are moving inside. So this book is very good. It describes very detailed. But when you silent, you become sensitive. It's just like you try to feel something, the floor or what, hot or cold or what. If you really silent, all the vibration between the contact of your hand with the floor, you can detect it very clear. But if you don't silence your mind, your thought, preoccupied the thinking, you are distracted. You are not with the moment. That's why you are not sensitive. You cannot understand life. So to understand life, the mundane mind must cease. You must silence. Then the awareness that has the energy to understand will make you sensitive. Can follow or not? So Ingbi is still here. You want to ask her about that? You can. She's just silent like that. Wow, then all the vibration all can detect. That is only the beginning, Then as you continue to allow it to be, don't try to do anything. Relax into it and allow the mindfulness to stabilize. I tell you, you progress like anything. That's why this meditation awareness base is very easy. Now you read again. Meditation is what? Lie down, relax, and why you want to worry about it, worry about, and the thought Sankara cannot stop. Is it your problem? But there is a reality, like the Buddha said, whatever arises, there are causes and conditions behind. Means what? If you are heedless, if you have not trained your mind, that will be the reality. Understand? That's why be mindful. Like I teach you, wake up until you go to the toilet, answer nature's call, brushing teeth. Then all your movement activity, how you come out of the washroom, how you actually move around, whether you change your clothing, if you need to change to go to work or what. Then, like the Buddha said, in the Satipatthana Sutta, he said, looking forward, aware, bending, turning, stretching, aware, putting on the monk's robe, aware, understand or not? Everything you do, aware. When you are aware, you are not lost in thought, understand or not? That's how you anchor your mind to the present moment. That's why walking, aware, turning, seeing, bending, stretching, everything aware. If you can do that continuously, you will progress. Then you will not be like what I described just now. If you observe your thought, you are busy thinking, then your thought run ahead one more. Your thought is ahead of your action and movement, no. Oh. Then within split second, another thought will take over. No? Another sense data, somebody call you, then you shift to that consciousness again. No? And without mindfulness, you cannot cope with life. Because your senses operate so fast, understand or not? Every moment your senses are fully active, no? And it can arise from each and every door. And then you think you very smart. But I think I can multitask, no? I can see, hear, smell, taste, and complain, no? What is that? That is not mindfulness already, understand? That is chasing after sense experience, reacting after sense. You are not silent at all. That's why you are not sensitive. So these are understanding that you cannot find from books. You have to be in that state of awareness to see it for yourself. Then you understand why the Buddha say, human beings think a lot, which I also write. Because there is a tendency of the human mind to chase after things. The phenomenal world of consciousness is like so important to you. That's why I say it lures you. Then what else? It entices you. Understand? That's why you can be drawn. So whatever that is luring, enticing, be careful. Understand? So when you have the awareness, mindfulness, and the understanding, then different. You have the wisdom, you are not deceived and deluded by the phenomena, and then you can experience them, understand? Then you can actually have the joy, the pristine beauty, live life meaningfully, wonderfully. And all this can happen if you have the mindfulness and develop the understanding, and then you can live life. Then no need to worry about how the phenomenal world of consciousness lure you, entice you, like distract you. No more. The wisdom and the awareness inside allow you to understand, and you are not affected. Like the fifth patriarch told Huining, this mind, the phenomenal world of consciousness and the mundane mind, you must learn how to use it, but not to be deluded by it. Understand? Can you understand or not? Use it means what? For the well-being and happiness of all, including yourself. Understand or not? Not to cause suffering and karmic negativity to fellow humanity, the environment, the society as a whole. This is not living life. This violates the nature's law. That's why to cultivate the Dharma, when you understand, it's very simple. All these are very clear. As a human being, how can you do all those negative things? If you do all those, means you are not a human being, understand? A human being actually got better standard, understand? But when you don't understand, because of selfishness, greed, ego, you will dare to do whatever. That's why I say the chaotic world. The amount of thought with the rubbish content that living being put in, I tell you, it's frightening. It's really crazy. That's why the planet is full of very chaotic activity every now and then. So with this understanding, slowly, you see the beauty of keeping precept, training your mind to develop sila, samadhi, and panya, then transforming your mind through mindfulness to be sensitive, to understand life, to live life. Can follow or not? Because this one, if you don't have a talk like that, transcript out, very difficult for you to retain in your memory. If no book, You think you can remember how much? Huh? How many percent? Nobody want to guess. Hardly, understand or not? Yeah. After you listen, even after that talk, go back, I tell you, maximum 1 day or half a day, 90% gone. Understand? It doesn't go in. But with this transcript, that's why you should thank Nancy and all those who help out. Then I share, now it becomes very clear, right? Clear or not? Aiyo, now you know why you keep precept. Not something like troublesome, understand? 麻烦, you see the beauty now. Precept is the source of spiritual. Then? What is the next one? Spiritual well, understand? Then, last one? Peacefulness of mind. This type of mind state you don't want. You are more interested in those rubbish, heedless living. Oh, I don't understand. Okay, yeah, say.
I have a more day-to-day take to the three things, and you have virtue when you keep your precepts. So how I approached it was what I encountered when I tried to keep the precepts and abide by it to protect myself in terms of karma, law of karma, is that I feel that I have a clear conscience, so I sleep better at night. And then because I am more kind and gentle, I decide to be more kind and gentle because I don't want to be, I don't want to aggravate conflict in my life. Then with all that, I tend to get good response when I engage with society.
Yeah, that one is very important.
So in a way, I seem to be luckier
than
other people. So in a way, it's like, oh, you like spiritual well. A lot of good merits. You're very lucky. And then I notice also there's less restlessness and peaceful because I don't linger. So I still linger, but knowing how karma works and how everything is condition arising, it's whatever I do, when it turns out to be bad or good, I know it's not entirely at my own control. Karma plays a part, causes and conditions take a part. So I don't have the tendency to try to do until it is perfect anymore. So the restlessness is less. And when I do something, there's less anxiety. When I finish, I used to linger a lot. I'm like, wow, was that okay? I need feedback. Did I offend anyone? Now there's less of that because it doesn't matter. Whatever I do, if karma is such that I have to offend that person, that guy will be offended no matter what good things I try to do. It will be misconstrued to be scheming. So I linger a lot less, so there's less restlessness. So I interpret it that way.
Very good, very good. Sadhu, sadhu. You see, after you understand already, then you put it into practice, you will come to your own understanding, like what Soo Yee come to understand. When you start to keep your precept, you actually can feel the difference. Understand? Like you say, more lucky, spiritual well. If you don't believe, you ask even Chan, Waipan, and all the Kayamita. It's like you're very blessed or no. You can find parking or no. An area where I really cannot find parking, you take me around. Parking is there. There was one incident in Brickfield Temple. No? You know Brickfield Temple? Okay. During their activity, the whole temple is full. And inside the temple, you cannot find car park already. Because the temple committee member and a lot of all these people, they normally there very early on. They park first. Then after that, a lot of car come in, drop people, go off, drop people. Then there was one day, got one Kayamita came and fetched me. And he wants to bring me there because of certain thing. Then on the way to Brickfield, he said, Brother Teo, I think cannot get car park inside. I think we go and look for another car park outside. I said, don't worry, you just go. And you know what happened? He drove inside there. Full. completely full, cannot even move. The car also like very difficult to go in. You can only go in and come out. Yeah. Then I said, don't worry, wait for a while. And you know what happened? Immediately I said, wait for a while. Somebody go and take his car and drive out. Then we park inside. Then he also surprised. Wow, Brother Teo, fantastic. I can't find a car park there for so long. This type of occasion, with you around, the car park is there. And you can ask a carpenter around. It's like you are very blessed. You are very lucky. Like things go your way. Because when you keep your precept, there is a source of spiritual wealth that can bring about this. And your virtue is the one that actually arises your pure, what they call wish. Whatever that you didn't really through the negative way, then if you really sincerely wish for it, it actually manifests, causes and conditions. But please don't be so dogmatic until you think every time work. When you think every time work, you try to show off and you habis. You sure cannot find one. So let things be. When causes and conditions are there, things will happen. And most of the time, it goes your way. Okay? Very good. Good. Cindy, yes.
In February, I was in Swatao, with my friends. So we stay in quite a nice hotel, 4-5-star hotel, quite away from town, And then we don't have TT. The TT app, the China use the TT. We don't have, only have
to take taxi on. I think bank fee.
And then when we want to go shopping, So both of us, and then the front office don't even offer to help. I said, can you call TT first? We don't mind paying.
Yeah.
They don't have such service. So I was, as I say, I was very calm now. So I said, okay, let's walk out Walk out. That was Sunday, The street was empty. The shops all closed. So about 100 meters, you walk on the main road see what. I just feel so calm, I'm not
very
angry,
good.
nothing.
Yeah.
So you know what happened? Suddenly a car appeared, And it's a Grab car.
Sadhu.
And stop right in front of us, I said, okay. Then he just opened. I said, I'd like to take a ride from you, I don't mind paying. It's a TT. Okay, let's go. 2 of us went in. Then after driving about 100 meters, there's 3 of them. They are the one who called the TT.
Oh, no wonder.
But then the driver said, don't accept because he said, you only order for 1 person, but you're 3 of you. So we are so blessed now.
Sad.
And then after that, because we are quite new to the town.
Yeah.
So I did ask the driver some questions to check on his background. So I find he's quite trustworthy. For 2 days, I found his taxi.
Wow, sadhu.
I found his taxi. You take me wherever you want to take me.
The
Local food and take us shopping.
There is blessing in this guy.
Pay 500 yen per day,
Yeah.
Next day, I take us to the the station.
Yeah.
I'm so blessed, man.
Sadhu. Very good.
Things happen now.
Yeah. It's very common among Kayamita. Okay. Nothing else, we continue. Fine, continue.
The subconscious movements are all over. But because you are heedless and you are never mindful, you cannot see all this and you cannot understand. That's why you tend to have this type of problem in life. Heedlessness leads to a lot of unnecessary problems and suffering in life because there is no clarity at all. Your mind is always restless, in constant fear, and has a lot of worries and anxieties. Then you are attached to so many things. Everything you see, you hear, you smell, you taste and feel via your tactile consciousness, etc., appear so real. To you, they are like very real. Then you grasp, you cling, you accumulate without knowing that these are all psychological memories that can bring about attachment, leading to suffering and misery in the future. So as you develop this understanding, as you silence your mind more and more until you are able to be mindful in the midst of your daily life, then your life becomes very different. You will start to have the ability to see many things. That's why now I can go deeper into this topic. If you don't believe me, you can try it out when you are free, or even when you are here. Like now, when I look outside, my awareness can be with all of the phenomena outside, because my mind is silent. The flow of nature, the movements of the trees, its leaves and branches, and even your human activities, and all the vibration within nature, and everything else which is within the surroundings, I can become aware of them, and my mind is very sensitive, because it is silent without thought within. But if I think a lot and is preoccupied with all the thinking, emotions, and responses to sense experience, i.e. busy describing, reacting, and commenting, then my nature cannot be with those phenomena. Because that nature, that awareness can only be with the phenomena when it is silent, as man can only do one thing at a time. Either you are silent and aware within you, either you are silent or aware within, or you are lost in thought. This awareness can be with all your physical, mental, and nature's phenomena or flows. Physical flow refers to your physical bodies, action, and movement. Mental flows refer to your mental movements, which are your sankhara or mental activities. Then nature's phenomena refers to nature's flow within nature. There can be the movements of the trees, the plants, the moving car, and the vibration, and everything else that are within nature. Then even when everything is very quiet and very still, the essence of mind can still perceive the stillness or silence within nature. The essence of mind can also perceive the mental phenomena. Mental phenomena are your mental moments, like the moment of feeling upon contact, the moment of perception, the moment of thinking or sankhara activity of mind, and the moment of consciousness.
See, without mindfulness, you cannot be at the moment of contact, feeling, thinking, sankhara activity. All this important. Moment of consciousness. Without mindfulness, you cannot. Because all this movement moves so fast. Understand? That's why if you are not mindful, you cannot cope with life. You end up heedless. Worry here, worry there, planning, scheming, and caught up with all the activity of life. And that is what is happening. So this book is very good. It explains all these things very clearly, step by step. So you see the beauty of mindfulness. That's why it makes you different. It can let you have self-knowledge and understand who you are, what you are, and how you function as a human being. And all this movement is following the Paticca nothing else. It's the law of mind, understand? It's not something very mystical or very difficult to comprehend. No, but you must have mindfulness, understand? Otherwise, you have to contemplate and reflect, because through your rational thinking mind, you can also slowly contemplate it out. But that one, you need people to tell you, understand? Then you use this as a guide to find out. Also can, understand? That's why the teaching come in this way. First learning, you listen. Learning. Well, you haven't heard before, right? You haven't seen it inside your nature or your form and mind, because you are not mindful. It's okay. Like the Buddha tell you the law of karma. Don't have to believe. Investigate into it, find out. So when you find out, you develop the faith and the joy. Then you confidently go and do. Then when you progress, when it's stand up to investigation, wow, your faith becomes unshakable. That's how you cultivate the Dharma. Then after that, you must read through again, listen again, then contemplate, reflect, and stabilize the understanding. Then you will go in. Like Soo Yee, her past is analysis on, trying to use the thought to understand on. But when she listens to this, it can trigger our understanding, because she can contemplate very well after that. Then she knows how to apply to life, just like how she described just now. Then her experience is different, understand? Because this is how he approached the Dhamma. And he see it, understand? After he keep the precept, things happen differently. Life change. more peaceful, less worry, less of those like after you do something, whether I offend him or not, all the thought no more. Understand? Because after you stabilize the understanding, especially after this retreat, where the law of dependent origination, condition arising, cause of phenomenon, thing is just the way it is. They are alive. They have their own karmic conditioning. Understand? It's not for you to change them. Understand? They are just the way they are. So got condition, you have, you manifest. No condition, let things be. So now the understanding will become deeper and deeper. Yeah.
I think the word, as you were describing, the word that described that feeling is insecurity, which everybody has. So law of karma and the law of mind help me really diminish this insecurity
And
from my life.
stabilize it. Because these nature's law operate naturally, you know. That's why whatever arrive there are causal and conditioning behind. Already like that. Their DNA, their karmic conditioning, their coding, all the movement. If you are mindful, sensitive, you can see them. And they are just the way they are. There is no right and wrong. Understand? There is no like, why the world like that? Why this guy like that? Why they all like that? Whether I cause them any harm or not. Forget about all this thought, understand? They are just the way they are. Then sometimes, like I share with you, the one sell kway teow teng ngon, you think if I were to like you all worry, why I cause him like that? Habis that's how. Because my nature can sense, even before it happened, I sense already the karmic is going to hit. It's nature's law, nothing to do with me. And that's not. It's not I who caused him that. But I have a nature, if you are not careful, you do. Even society's law also same. Understand? If he is a person in authority, you try to go and abuse him, I tell you, you get into big trouble. Understand? Or let's say the police is there, but he is in the plain clothing, not uniform. You lan si lan yong, I tell you, you get yourself into big trouble. So a lot of these things is nature's law. Society also is law. All these examples you can see. That's why Dharma is very wonderful, very beautiful. And it's a very complete teaching, very deep in its, deep and extensive in its understanding of the whole of creation, not only life. So now you understand. Not only existence, even the supramundane, the unconditioned, that teaching is there. So when you see this and you all still don't have the, what they call, understanding to go all out, I don't know what you all want in life. Maybe suffering, huh? Life is suffering. So wake up, and then determine. From now onward, I want to persevere to develop this understanding so that all my future coming, whether choose to come or have to come, I will have this understanding. I don't have to suffer again. I don't have to go through the typical heedless existence where suffering keep on coming. Like the Buddha say, pain is repeated. But and you want this to continue. Without wisdom, yes, pain is repeated birth. But you come as a bodhisattva with this understanding, then birth is not painful, understand? Wonderful existence, understand? So don't be rigid. Say, Ayo, repeatable is suffering. I want to end. I want to become arahant. Then finish. Your choice. But actually, it's not you who make the choice. It's your thought that tell you to make the choice. Because the bodhisattva way, they know there is no being. Understand? All this segmented life that come is karmically conditioned out. Condition arising phenomena. Understand? That's why the third stage of Bodhi mind, when you illuminate the nature, you have all this wisdom developed. Then it moves on to the fourth stage. You know samsara is nothing. Because the form of mind is not you. So you can renounce samsara and continue coming. Because by then you have the penetrative wisdom of true emptiness. Then life becomes wonderful. Existence becomes... That is the secret of living. That's why I used to tell Kayamita what? If you want to come, you better come with the understanding. Otherwise, why you come? You know why they come? They cannot choose. They are forced to come. And they play the game of suffering. 玩痛苦的游戏啊。That is what is happening. When you live life without understanding, without the Dharma, it's like you are playing the game of suffering, argument, fear, worry, anxiety, and all the negativity of action and speech and thought. Then it creates karmic entanglement. Then sometimes you will become the person who afflict people. Then sometimes, certain life, when the karmic conditioning come and hit, you become the victim. People do it to you. This is playing the game of suffering. Then you keep on blaming. Ayo, why like that? Why this fellow like that? Why the world so unfair? When you do it to people, you never say that. So see this, then wake up. Like Soo Yee realized, if he don't keep her precept, life can become miserable. That's why she changed. She stopped drinking. She changed over the way she do. He makes sure everything is in accordance. Then he realized life become different. Life becomes so much better. And this is how you see the result of what you do, and it's like confirming the teaching and how beautiful the teaching is. Then you see, no wonder the Buddha so wise. He said, you keep precept is your virtue. So virtue is the source of happiness. Remember that. If you want to be happy, keep your precept. Then precept or virtue is the source of spiritual wealth. If you want to walk the spiritual way and develop spiritual wealth, you also need precept. Without precept, samadhi cannot kick in, wisdom cannot come by. Very difficult. Then the other one is peacefulness of mind, make you calm, make you peaceful. And with that, you can meditate. You can realize the pure awareness nature, which is your true mind. And this is what you should actually determine. So now understand why you have to take the Bodhisattva vow. Because yesterday Peng Phi said when they are new, they doubt. So among them they talk, hey, you take you take so everybody said, not sure, not sure. But finally Peng Phi said, everybody take. Because it's meant to be. Otherwise that fear comes from where? The thought, like Soo Yee said, the insecurity. And so on. That's why human condition is like that. Okay, continue.
All these are possible because you are silent, hence the awareness can be with it. You can understand what is going on because there is clarity when you are silent. Then you can see them very clearly. But if you are heedless, you can never understand. You can never know because you cannot experience them. Things that you have no experience of, you cannot develop the understanding. That is why the heedless are as if dead. That's why if you don't train your mind to be heedful, to be more and more mindful and silent, there is no way you can penetrate the Dharma. You can attend retreats to silence your mind. You can attend retreats to silence yourself or use an object of meditation to fix your mind, to go into concentration, to go into absorption. And because the settings under retreat conditions are very conducive, you can become very calm and very peaceful. But all these are conditioned states. These are not something that can actually transform you and change you, because to transform and change you need wisdom, you need understanding. All these are part and parcel of conditioned mind, the byproduct of a calm mind, which means calmness meditation or samatha bhavana. You may label it as vipassana because you slow everything down. You slow down your actions, your movement, and you hardly think because the environment you are in is very conducive. Then you use your thought to label, to note, and to do with those activities. thinking that practicing all this you are meditating and you are cultivating vipassana bhavana. To be honest, this is at least better than heedless thinking, but these are conditioned states because they are not natural mind states of a free mind. And that calmness that you develop is not the real sati or the meditative mind state because it is just a conditioned state. You cannot develop real wisdom out of that because it is not a direct seeing via the silent mind. It is still thought-based. It is still Dharma knowledge in action. There is no real penetration of Dharma and understanding. Just like how I explained to Sister Ingbi, I said, when you silence the mind, there is no word, and the mind that is silent will insight into and awaken to the phenomena. Then when it insight into the truth and the reality is awakened, then it can relate to the Dharma.
When it insight into the truth and the reality, it awakens. Separate. Read again.
Then when it insight into the truth and the reality, it's awakened. Then it can relate to the Dharma. Then you will straight away will understand what the Dharma is. You will have the true understanding, no more just words, the interpretation, and not according to what the book says anymore. The example I gave her is swimming. Not until the day you try, until you experience that buoyancy, you will never understand what true buoyancy is, what swimming is. When you don't need the float to stay afloat, then you realize, hey, this is beautiful. What they say about the natural state of this body being lighter than water is buoyancy, is so true. If I don't deludedly panic, if I have faith and allow the body to initially sink first, then upon reaching equilibrium, the buoyancy force will push it up. Then the body will surface. Then to swim, I just move either my hands or my legs. Then swimming becomes very easy. I don't have to worry about me drowning or sinking. I don't have to struggle in water. I can swim with understanding. Then I am at peace. Then swimming becomes very graceful. No more splashing of water, no more panic movements or struggling to float. So when you experience that buoyancy and flotation, it is just like you experience your silent mind, the true mind. Then you realize, the true mind without delusion is already naturally peaceful, still silent and meditative. I don't have to do anything to reach that state, just like swimming. Then what happens? Because you awaken to that state, you understand. The mind is your true mind. Then that true mind can see things as they are, without word, without the conditioning. But human beings' problem is you have a lot of memories. You have a lot of views, opinions, and conditioning. Before you can silence, at every moment of seeing or hearing or thinking, you interpret, react, and stir the mind. That's why you can never see things as they are, you can never understand truth. Then you use your thought-based knowledge to link the Dharma and interpret, this is anicca. Is this dukkha? Is this anatta? You cling on to all this Dharma knowledge. That is not the real meditation. That is thought-based meditation, which is knowledge-based, and it cannot liberate your mind. So you have to trust yourself, understand that the true meditation is to train our minds to arise the first factor of enlightenment of sati. And when sati is developed and stabilized through puja, through bowing, through daily mindfulness, through kaya nupassana, first three categories of practices, your mind will transform to become heedful. That's why after doing the mind sweeping method to decondition the heedless thinking, you then stabilize it via anchoring it to a skillful means, either anapanasati or any other skillful means or method and technique that you are familiar with. Then you then you continue to develop the silence until the mindfulness becomes very stable. Then go into daily life to cultivate mindfulness of the four postures. Then mindfulness of all actions and all movements in between the four postures, leading to sati sampajana, mindfulness with clear comprehension. If you do this, your mind will slow down. You don't slow down your actions. Everything is still the same. You go into daily life. You still do everything the same way at the same pace. But because you are already heedful, more and more mindful and silent, that's why you are fully aware of whatever that is going on. And when you can stabilize that, you become beautiful. While cultivating the daily mindfulness, do not try to know. The moment you are in sati, you will know, just like swimming. When you develop the training until you can float, you will know that flotation is. You will know what flotation is. It is no more a theory. When you train until your mind is already in sati, you will know. It is like any game or life activity that you are skillful at or familiar with, like yoga, qigong, tai chi, or even cooking, badminton, and table tennis. When you are very skillful, you are no longer like before, rather clumsy. Skillful means every moment, every action, you are very graceful and you can do it spontaneously with no thoughts behind. It has become a part of you. You have already trained so well and everything you do is within the moment. That's why everything becomes so graceful. That is a trained mind. And when you are in that state, you are actually called in sati. You will come to realize that when you do all this, you do not think anymore. When people ask you how you can cook so well, how do you know how much salt is required, where to get those ingredients, etc., you will answer them through experience. Because you have the experience and you understand, hence you can do it. Even when playing any game, when you have developed the skill, you can actually decide how you want to play the game because you are so skillful. Just like when playing badminton, you want to serve low, it will go low. You want it at baseline, it will go baseline. Then how you want to return your shots, you can decide. That means you have complete understanding of the game. You can decide where to place the shuttlecock because you are so skillful and you can move very fast spontaneously. That's why it is very effective. Then you can decide where you want to send the shuttlecock to. So your mind is the same. When you have trained it, it listens to you. You want it to be silent, it will be silent. You want it to be peaceful, it will be peaceful. You want it to arise, to be aware, it will be aware. You want it to live life, it will live life. The mind is like a tool for you to use to live life. It is not the other way round. The other way round is when you are heedless, the thoughts tell you a lot of things. They condition you into holding on to a lot of wrong views and opinions. Then all these habitual tendencies that you have developed via your wrong views and opinions and conditionings will drive you to live a heedless life. That is how you become a slave to your own thought, to your own conditioning, to your own views and opinions. And you don't know how to live otherwise. That's why you become very predictable. As you are heedless, you will have these habitual tendencies of reacting and resisting all over again and again. That is why no amount of meditation retreats can help or transform you if you are heedless in your daily life. When you go for meditation retreat, you can become calmer, more peaceful, and you think you have progressed. But the moment you come out of it, and because in the daily life you have not trained yourself, you are never heedful, then heedlessness takes over. And within 1 week or maximum 2 weeks, you are back to square one. Then you will come to realize you still have this fear in you. You still have this heedlessness in you. You still have those evil roots in you. They are not rooted out as yet, and your habitual tendencies are still there, very strong. What you will normally do is, you will try to use your Dharma knowledge to suppress and control them via saying, I don't want to get angry, because anger is an evil root. This is what most people do, but the real cultivation is different. The moment you understand through the silence, you will see the delusion and the foolishness of living that type of heedless life. And because the Buddha Dharma can stand up to investigation, you will come to realize that this is real heedlessness. The two states of mind are so far apart, just like what I always explain to you all. Heedful living is so different because it is so beautiful. You will have a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of peacefulness, a lot of silence, and a lot of stillness. You can be with the moment without thought most of the time. No thought means no fear, no worry, no anxiety, and no suffering, no egoic mind. Nothing, and you can just live instead of worrying about life, because you have the understanding. Whereas the heedless person, they are so agitated throughout the day, so restless, and they think and worry a lot due to their mental hindrances, especially their dualities of sensual desire and ill will in the forms of likes and dislikes, pleasant and unpleasant sense experience, and their reaction of mind to all other sense experiences. Then they worry a lot, to the extent that they worry not only about themselves, but also about their loved ones, their wealth, their properties, and their possessions. Everything to them is like there is no security. They are so insecure, and they worry about their physical body getting old, getting sick, and dying one day. They fear death. Then apart from their health, they also worry about their career, their relationship with their loved ones and others. Then they will also worry about many other life-related issues. So they seems to be always chasing and running around, trying to escape from their own self-centered sorrow, while firefighting and worrying about all these issues, not understanding that all these issues are the realities of life and existence, as proclaimed by the Buddha under his first noble truth. They not only worry about their career, their property, their wealth, their business, their spouse, and their children, but later on they may even worry about their grandchildren and their health and their future. All this can lead to a lot of suffering when you don't understand, and you will cling and grasp because you think this human form and mind, which is what you think you are is real. That is why when you perceive it as real, you will perceive your loved one as real and all those possessions of yours as real too. So when the mind is deluded by all this, it is never peaceful. That is why heedless living is full of suffering, full of restlessness, full of doubts and problems. So heedlessness actually brings about a lot of suffering and problems. That is why heedlessness is the path to the dead. Spiritually, you are dead. So to have the spiritual life, you must train your mind to be heedful. And that is the key to understand life, i.e., you need to train your mind to be heedful. It is clearly explained in my blue transcript book titled Understanding the Meditation as Taught by the Buddha. So you only need to start from there. 2.5. Training the mind to be heedful. First, we must decondition the heedless thinking via the mind-sweeping method and metta to make the mind quiet or aware. Then cultivate anapanasati to stabilize the quiet mind, which is sati. Then use trained mind to cultivate mindfulness of the four postures leading to sati sampajana. Simultaneously, you are also train your 5 spiritual faculties through puja and a good daily religious routine. If you do this, sati will come about. Mindfulness will come about, then you will become very different. You will know how to meditate on your own because this cultivation and understanding will transform you radically, not only character-wise, but also personality-wise and understanding-wise. Then you will become a completely different person. You have a noble understanding of life. Noble Eightfold Path will unfold in you. You will have right thought leading to right speech, right action, and right way to live your life. Then you will have the ability to apply the 4 right effort to constantly purify your mind, purify your thoughts and your mind. You will have mindfulness and heedfulness throughout the day, and it will accumulate into samadhi. Then you will continuously develop understanding and wisdom. After that, this is how the Dharma can unfold in you. Okay, this is the important summary of the cultivation that I want to share with you all day, and hopefully this can become something useful for you all to take home. Do you have any more questions? If no more questions, we can open up for general discussion.
Okay, we stop here. 11:45, huh? Exactly, just nice. So after that, the question and answers are very good. Yeah? We will go to after the photo session. So pay respect, then we gather outside and we walk down mindfully.